Dude, how much alcohol's in there?
Just a little bit.
I don't believe you.
What? Why not?
Because I saw a fly over it, become intoxicated by the fumes, and fall to its death right next to it.
That did not happen.
Then why'd you get a new glass?
Because it died in my drink.
Oh.
Not an Irish fly, I guess.
Jesus. Hey bartender, pour it long. Hey bartender, make 'em strong. You're listening to The Long Pour, the podcast where we drink and bring you our favorite drinking conversations. You're with the A-Man and
Crusty Dusty. Hey everybody, remember to subscribe to our YouTube and please like the video.
Absolutely. Follow us, love us. Dude, I'm not even fucking around.
Buy us a drink out in public. We need it.
I'm not even fucking around. Let's just acknowledge that life sucks. It is all bullshit, and nothing ever turns out right. Let's just acknowledge it.
Today is the fucking worst.
Yes. Any positive talk that you've ever heard, there's after, it's always darkest before the dawn. Rain brings out a rainbow. It's all bullshit. Yes. Rain may bring out a rainbow.
My sunny disposition,
but then it just rains
has been shit on.
Pooped.
It's absolute garbage. Yes.
Anger.
Yes.
Anger. Fist smashing.
We thought we'd have a nice Saturday. We'd come out. We'd have some snacks. We'd watch Notre Dame take an easy win against Northern Illinois. We'd write some jokes because halftime, the game's going to be over. That is not how it went down, folks. That is not how it went down.
I literally spaced out into nothingness. I'm disassociating. Like, I'm literally disassociating. Like, this is a traumatic event. And do you want to go on a rant?
A bender?
Do you know?
Like a week-long bet? Yes.
I was going to say rant. Do you want to? You were smoking outside earlier. You were chain smoking.
Yes.
And you were ranting about becoming.
It stopped me from drinking.
Just rant.
It stopped me from drinking. I couldn't even pour a glass of Irish whiskey because it's Irish. You know whose fault this is? Hey, man, it's all Joe Montana's fault. That's right, Joe Montana. It's your fault. This is all Joe Montana's fault. He went to Notre Dame. I've been a lifelong Notre Dame fan. Probably his fault, and it set us up for nothing but despair and disappointment and alcoholism and yeah, it's a weekend killer. Sports, your relationship with your favorite sports team is toxic as fuck. Nobody would put up with a relationship like this.
All heartbreak.
If you were dating a lady that treated you or made you feel as badly as Notre Dame does sometimes, would you continue to date? God, I hope not. You get the hell out of there. And
It's an abusive. It's an abusive relationship. A manipulative, lying bringer of false hope. It's going to be different this year. It's going to be different this time.
Yeah, we beat Texas.
I'm going to be better, and it never is.
I'm going to change.
It is forever. Lucy, that bitch, pulling out the football from poor Charlie Brown.
Yes.
Every time Charlie quit being a fucking dumbass, she will always pull the ball out, and you will fall flat on your back.
You should know better.
Women are evil.
Football. Where we go from women are evil to?
There's not a really good segue for that, especially as we're trying to get more women listeners. Just ignore that part of it. Lucy's evil. Some women are evil.
For some reason, cool. A couple of drunk middle-aged white guys. We're not pulling in the female listeners as something. Well, maybe it's not that surprising. I mean,
I think we have some.
We're essentially drinking, doing fart jokes, and talking about.
When have we done one fart joke? When have we done one fart joke?
It's the level of our
immaturity.
Yeah,
13-year-old humor. There are a lot of dick jokes. A lot.
Yeah.
But not so. I stand by the fart joke thing. But we are definitely very immature. Probably me me a little bit more so, less so. I'm not, however you word that, more immature.
Well, I drink a lot,
less
and
mature.
I worry I get embarrassing in some situations.
You're embarrassing in all situations, all the time.
I try to overcompensate by being very aware.
Yes.
Plus,
you're hyper aware.
I love the underdog. I love the downtrodden.
Northern Illinois was the underdog. We hate the underdog.
Not in sports, not in this
That's
situation.
The biggest underdog stories are all sports stories, except maybe David in the Bible, like David and Goliath, which was a slingshot, like gladiatorial event. Like that
David
was also a
was
offsides.
Event.
he was cheating. There was no slingshots allowed. It's like that was Goliath was expecting a hand-to-hand combat.
He was doping.
Dirty, rotting cheater.
Doping.
He's like my oxygen, my blood is getting more oxygen due to my doping, my steroids. I'm cycling, so I won't get caught in the testing procedures. His forehead, did his forehead noticeably grow? Like Barry Bonds when he got a big old fucking balloon head?
Barry Bonds went into the Major League Baseball. He's like your size. He left looking like Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah, his head was like 2/3 the size of his body. That's not.
They had
that's
the special order helmets for him
I didn't do anything. Shut the fuck up, man. Shut up.
His head was so big he looked like Bobby from Bobby's World. Do you remember that
cartoon? Can you do the voice? I used to love Bobby.
I cannot.
I'm not even going to try it.
But shout out to a great cartoon. I actually rewatched a few episodes of Bobby's World.
Never in my life. I think we'd be talking about early 90s cartoon Bobby's World with the great comedian Howie Mandel.
We set up literally no topic.
Yeah.
We were laying on the floor. We were eating
coping.
ice cream.
No, hold on. Okay, let's bring it back. How do you look? We're a facetious podcast, but life is often disappointing, and you have to deal with it. How the fuck did we deal with today? Like, I don't think we did it the right way at all. But like, how?
Well, we ate a body weight in pizza.
So okay,
you were like, I'm gonna run and go get ice cream.
Making me. I did do that. I did, but hey, hold on. Like we saw the loss coming. We saw the L. We saw the writing on the wall. They had a chance. Our boys, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, had the chance to take the lead. There was a terrible interception, overthrow. When they could have, I think the way it was going, iced the game. And it was just one of those things, if you watched enough sports, you know that this play, it's like, well, you had the chance to put it away. You fucked up. Now you're in for it, and you're probably going to take an L. And that's what happened. So after reality hits us, we are numb. We are like, are we even going to be capable of podcasting, drinking, living?
It was
all those things.
There was a moment when I don't think either of us thought we would get to the podcast.
Correct.
I'm like, if we can't come in at 100, let's not come at all.
Correct. And so we were like, hey man, let's reassess. I coped the only way I know how to. I wanted a delicious salty crust Cassano's pizza, so we ordered Cassano's.
Yes.
And we ate. I was like, I'm going to eat a whole.
It was cold and disappointing.
Dude.
It was still good. It's Cassano's.
So we ordered a pizza, man. Didn't know what to get. And extra, sorry, I'm belching, I'm drinking. Extra, so I'm like, I'm going to eat a whole large by myself. You're like, really? I'm like, let's get an extra large and let's get a side. So we decide on that. We ordered a Cassano's.
Like, I'm going to eat a whole large by myself in the bathroom while crying.
In the closet. Not in the bathroom. I don't take food
softly
I don't take food into the bathroom. I will go to a room of some hidden. I'll go into a pantry, a closet, away from prying eyes as we've discussed, and eat and until I make chipmunk cheeks in my face. I found out my brother does that too.
Really?
It's a goddamn genetic thing, dude. Where we
did your like parents give you food as a reward or withhold food or something?
Are you asking? Asking if they BF Skinnered us?
Yeah, I mean, like, is there
Pavlov's dog, like a salivating?
No, like if it was something
I don't know.
Did that both of you have the same propensity to try to mask your feelings with food.
I caught him shame eating, dude. And I'm like, I do
Hiding
that.
in the closet?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah, we were visiting my younger brother, and he was shame eating in their pantry. And I'm like, I know what you're doing, because I thought about doing this same thing, but I didn't. So it's there. I don't want to say genetic, but there's something learned behavior.
I'm sorry you guys can't be as well adjusted as me.
This drink. As I carry you from bar to bar and home, you well-adjusted motherfucker. I'm dropping a lot of problems. I don't apologize for it. I'm very frustrated. So we get the Casanos. We smash the Casanos. Smash the Casanos. And you were like, I am so disappointed by this game. I'm going to wash the stench off of me. I'm going to take a shower.
Take a shower. I start my day over again.
Like, just a refresh. And I'm like, you shower. I'm going to go get some Dairy Queen.
Which you ate in the car.
Which is, shamefully, I went to Dairy Queen. My go-to is usually a Reese Cup Blizzard with chocolate ice cream, which is very great. But I saw they had some kind of specialty like Oreo Choco Fudge Brownie that's not on the menu. I was like, I'll have that instead. And I got a medium, despite having essentially eaten a large Casanos pizza. And I went through the drive-thru. And there was an adjacent parking lot, and I just went to the parking lot, put it in park, and just started shoveling Brownie Blizzard into my fat face. And it was delicious, and I wanted another one. And the only thing that stopped me from going right back through the drive-thru, because it was right across the street, because I only made it across the street, I was like, we need to do something right today and get this podcast. So that made me come back here instead of I'm going to be honest with you. I'm hoping I can still get another Blizzard before the night ends. I swear to God.
Well, we're supposed to meet people out.
I know. I hope we go out. We have a drink. I think Dairy Queen is closed at 10, but I think Ritter's is open till 11. Which is frozen custard, which is even better. I hope I get ice cream before 11 o'clock tonight. That is what I hope.
Well, speaking of which, shot clock. Shot clock.
Okay.
Down here! Yeah, really shouldn't be drinking.
Oh, really? You learned that in med school? That you obviously didn't get into?
Crusty here, reminding you to please check out our socials. At The Long Pour, all one word on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. The Long Pour 80 Proof, that's number 80, on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. At Pour Long on the app, formerly known as Twitter, and your mother follows us on Facebook.
And we are back from the shot clock where, actually, man, I think I was ready to go on another rant, and you definitely swept in and was like, no, I need shots, which we did shots. I refilled with some...
Gotta put pizza and whiskey on it.
Yeah, when it hurts.
Yes.
What's the cream? What's the, like, in the Neosporin? Like Neosporin for cuts, pizza and whiskey for heartbreak.
For heartbreak,
yeah. See, let's market that.
Take your feelings, push them down.
That's right.
And dump whiskey on
That's
them.
right.
That's how you work.
It's gravity.
But, while we're ranting, I want to bring up... So, game one, Notre Dame beats Texas A&M. We're feeling good. Unfortunately, we didn't get to experience this together because I got thrown out of BW3s in Beaver Creek.
Oh, he's going specific.
Thrown out.
He's going straight specific.
They threw me on my ear, out the door.
To be fair, they did not throw you out.
They cut me off.
They cut you off completely, so you had to leave. But what happened, man? What happened?
We had a couple of drinks at the Dublin pub.
Yes.
And
we met a
we
friend.
were getting antsy.
Yeah.
We're like, we got to get to BW3s in time.
Whoa. You, a dear friend of the show, can I say his name? I don't know if he's weird about that. I mean, I'm not going to say his last name or anything, but kind of.
We're
friend of the show, Josh.
Yes.
Great friend. Love him to death, man. So fun to party with. He drinks. You guys, your drinking just makes each other's drinking escalate. And so much to the point. So much to the point. There was a side bet from a mutual friend of ours. Lady Tracy. Tracy texted me. She's like, Krusty's not even going to make it to beat us. Like I bet you that
is fair.
So because
Josh and I have gotten carried away on an occasion or
Yes.
two.
So we meet at the pub. We have a drink, and I'm like, hey man, we kind of like got to get going to Beaver Creek, and we hop in the car. I take us there. Josh is like, can you drop me off? I'm like, cool. And then we park, and he's like, hey, why don't you? And he was talking about this Primo tequila, and I was like, I could see it. How I was like, everything I knew, I could like. I was like, this motherfucker, like he is trying to. And I shot you a look. I'm like, dude, and I'm like, we'll go in, we'll have a shot. But I like the look was like one, not 1,000. Like we're making it
Right. You're like, this is how it happens.
So anxiety, but for a reason is what I'm
Yes.
saying. Because I'm like, we got to make sure. I'm very fanatical about the Irish. 12 games a year. I'd like
It was
to.
a big game.
I
It was
get
first game of
mad
the
if my
season.
friend. I get mad if my friends schedule weddings during Notre Dame football games. I'll go to the wedding, but deep inside, I'm like, any other day. Like any other, so maybe too truthful, but I'm that again.
I mean, I think I
Should I-
scheduled my wedding perfectly.
yes, you
in
did.
a day that will henceforth be known as Blackout Friday.
You've tried
the
this
Friday
before.
after Thanksgiving.
You've tried that before.
It's gonna catch on.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna catch
It's a
on.
good concept.
Blackout Friday, guys.
It's a good concept.
Blackout Friday.
But dude, that is hard to do. To do the sheer strength, the sheer will of how sheer determination, the sheer determination of overeating on Thanksgiving to drinking, partying, wedding, Blackout Friday
With your
to,
friends,
to
yes.
to the greatest college football day of the year, Rivalry Saturday. So 3 straight. It's a marathon, dude.
It's a marathon,
like a
yes.
decathlon of drinking.
And then you have Sunday to recover.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, I'm just saying it's a lot to get through that. Off topic. So we so rightfully stressed. Very, very. Hey, I'm an adult. I should be like, hey, it's just a game of football. I've not evolved to that point. It is what it is. So we go there. So all that stress, but we get
Yes.
to B-dubs, and then we start drinking. So take over from there.
Yeah, so I had 4 drinks over a period of time before we got to B-dubs.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lady that's serving us first. I think I get a drink. I get shots.
Yes.
She's like, well, I'm only allowed to give you 1 drink at a time.
Which is weird.
And yeah, I'm like, well,
Even though didn't other people order like 2 drinks at a time, but she like purposely looked at you. She's like, you don't get.
I should have known immediately.
Everybody
I
else
should have
can
known
get 2
immediately.
drinks. You cannot.
and I'm like, I'm not doing all the shots. I mean, I could. I didn't say that part, but
I
like,
thought
I'm
about
like,
it.
I'm getting shots for the
game,
group.
the
You
game.
know,
Mm-hmm.
we're here to watch football. You
Right.
know, so she brings, I got a Jameson and Coke. I got a shot of Jameson. I got Adam a shot of, A-Man a shot of Jameson.
Mm-hmm.
Perfectly normal at a
Accurate.
football game, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get a new waiter, a young man.
Yes. Very nice guy. Very nice guy.
And then he's like, I've been told to watch you. And I'm like, okay. I was like, I can leave. I'll cash out. Because I
It's very
don't
weird.
know what's going on. And he's like, no. And then he gets like defensive. And I'm like, all right.
No, he tried to call. He was like, no, dude, you're cool. But at the same time, you don't put that into the universe.
I don't want to be somewhere I'm not wanted. I'm a jolly guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there to have fun.
Right.
And like there's red flags already.
Right.
And I haven't done anything out of control, you know?
You did nothing. You did nothing.
And then, I'm like sit there, I'm a little steaming, I'll let it go.
Mm-hmm.
And I wait a while, and then I'm like, hey, can we get another drink? And he's like, nah, man, I can't serve you.
That did happen.
And I'm like, what?
Which sucked because I feel like I had just brought you back. Like you were like, okay, because you were about ready to storm out before, and you were like, no, you're right. We can
I wanted to watch the game with you.
Right.
I knew you were going to be upset if I had to leave.
Right.
So I tried to let it go, and I did, and I just tried to get a drink, and he's like, I can't serve you. And I was like, well, then I'm going to cash out. I'm not going to argue with him. I just don't understand what happened. I wasn't rowdy. I'm never rowdy.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been cut off. Usually, I'm like, all right, that's probably a good idea. Should probably go home.
Mm-hmm.
This was not that. I was not, we've seen Dusty at 3 a.m.
Sure. Sure.
I've been pretty drunk.
Sure.
And I was trying to get there. It was not happening at this BW3's.
Which one? Which one again?
The one in Beaver Creek.
off of what road?
Off of North Fairfield.
We've never called
fuck
out
that BW3s.
We've never called out a place so negative. Unless I want to go back to you, then you're awesome.
At the moment, I was mad at all BW3s.
Yes.
But the truth is,
it's very corporate.
We have BW3s at UD where we've had a blast. Although we've watched Notre Dame lose there as well.
Sure.
But let's not talk about that. And then the first year,
if you watch Notre Dame long enough, you watch them lose everywhere.
In Kettering, where I got so drunk I knew everybody else was not drinking like me. I SOS somebody to come get me.
See, that was reasonable. That was late at night,
Yes.
and you had to be like one arm around somebody, another arm around somebody else. Were helping you walk out of the bar, but it was late.
That's not how I rember it.
Well,
I
trust
remember
my memory.
My friend
over
showed
yours.
up, and then I did a cartwheel and moonwalked out of the bar.
Yeah, highly accurate.
Yes.
Highly accurate.
And then I went straight home from there.
I trust your memory completely. No
okay,
questions
I'm lying.
asked.
I definitely went to another location, even though I probably should have called it a night.
So no, but like that was after the game. That was a reasonable time. This was like probably before 9 o'clock or at least before 10 o'clock. And then the guy was very nice. He was just trying to do his job.
I don't.
But in his defense, you did slur. Like you did have some trouble with the English language.
I slur sober. I struggle with words all the time.
Yes. We do here on the podcast.
You guys
I forget
listen to
what words I
podcasts.
used to know. I mispronounce. There's all kinds of things that we do like normally as people, but they don't know that.
Right.
And
I think we've had 2 podcasts where I've probably had a few too many to be a solid co-host.
okay, we have 2 podcasts that we've aired where he had a few too many.
That's what I meant.
We have
Yes.
about 200. We're
We
not
have
even
lost a lot of lost material.
Lost library.
Yes.
Like Indiana Jones can find it somewhere.
I think when we used to have Lady T on, we probably got like 50 episodes where we're just hammered, we're talking over each other. It is absolutely unlistenable.
Everything that we do now, just like to the nth degree. But I want to look, in all seriousness, like Beaver Creek B-Dubs, we're not even really mad at you. Like, speaking out of emotion in the moment.
Don't understand.
He did. We're pleading, because I'm sure you're watching. We're sure you're watching. Like, he slurs his words sometimes. Like, maybe just monitor the situation and let him, like, if you see a stumble or you see, like, a aggressive behavior, like, if you, like, chat, like, not...
that's not something I do.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, look for a sign to, like, we need to kick this dude out. Not like, oh, I had trouble with English.
I really I don't understand what happened. I don't know if they thought I was going to be some type of troublemaker.
Sure. Listen, and I want to make a plea because B-Dubs is probably the most popular sports bar in the country. Football season is made for football season. It's very corporate now, but there was a time when you were not so corporate, when you could all go in there and you can order flaming Dr. Peppers and you would take the Budweiser or the base drink, you would take the Di Serrano liqueur, and then you would take the 151 on top, and your bartenders would actually light it on fire.
A flaming Dr. Pepper.
A flaming drink, which you could drop in your cup and almost light your face on fire, or at least have the fear or danger that could happen. And you guys used to serve that. And then you went corporate. You won't even like serve shots that can maim a person and potentially light themselves on fire. And now, which is one thing.
No crusties allowed.
And then you're just kicking out people for like a little slurring of words. You're just so corporate. Like, I'm not saying go back to lighting people on fire. Not that ever happened, but it could have.
not at a BW3s, but I do have a friend that set himself on
it
fire.
Can happen. You should really blow it out first. If you ever do a flaming
we were
drink,
at a level in the night where you should absolutely not give us flaming beverages.
Yes.
We were on.
It really does taste like Dr. Pepper, by the way. It's
It
amazing. It's so good. It's one of my. I haven't done it in years. It's one of my favorite drinks to do. But there's that fear.
We're going to give BW3s a chance. They're going to reach out to us.
Yes.
They're going to sponsor our podcast. And yeah, BW3s, your move.
Just get a gift card. A nice, a $25 gift card.
I do want to end this on a positive note.
Flaming shots are great, dude. Flaming shots.
We should do something. Do they still make those?
We would probably have to make our own. We know the ingredients. Just that fear right before you take it. Like
the viral video of me setting myself on fire.
Like, did that drop? Did that extinguish it completely? Should I blow it out real quick? The hell with it. I'm just going to drink it and everything will work out fine.
Absolutely.
My face will still be intact. It really does taste like Dr. Pepper.
It's
so good. So good.
But I want to end this on a positive note.
Yes.
So after I got cut off, I got an Uber, and I went to the Dublin pub. I knew the game would be on. I knew I'd know people there, and we'd already been there that day. So I walk in, I go up to the bar, and the bartender's like, "You're back." And I was like, "You're not going to believe this." And I told him what happened to me at BW3's. And the bartender said, "You know what, Dusty? That's horrible. Let me give you a Guinness and a shot on me."
Beautiful.
I'm glad he even came around, gave me a hug. Now that's how you run a business.
Then that's an Irish bar for you, because the Irish, they don't give a shit. Drink, Salate.
Right. I love the Dublin pub.
I didn't even say that right. See, I didn't even say that right.
Dublin pub, BW3s. Maybe BW3s can get themselves up, with that sponsorship. And on that note,
when in doubt, act like an Irish pub would. They just keep serving you. They literally don't care. It's amazing.
Absolutely. And on that note, we've got to meet some friends out in the Oregon district. So be safe, everybody.
Next time. Cheers.
Cheers.